What's the real difference between people who stay active, independent, and sharp well into their 80s, and those who need help by 70? Most assume it's luck, or genetics, or maybe just good fortune. But researchers at Johns Hopkins, Harvard, and the Mayo Clinic spent over 15 years studying thousands of older adults and found something no one expected. It wasn't wealth, family support, or health insurance that determined who stayed self-sufficient. It was 7 specific daily, weekly, and monthly routines, simple, repeatable actions that nearly anyone can do. And here's the shocker. Routine number 5 takes only 10 minutes a week, yet prevents 80% of the health crises that force seniors into care facilities. So if you or someone you love wants to live independently for decades longer, stay with me. Because you're about to learn the routines that literally determine whether you control your life or someone else ends up controlling it for you. Let's begin. 1. The hidden factor behind lifelong independence. Most people believe independence depends on external things: money, location, family, or a good doctor. But the research says otherwise. When Johns Hopkins tracked over 3,000 adults from age 60 to 90, they found a clear divide. Those who stayed self-sufficient didn't have more resources, they had better habits. They treated independence like a skill, something you practice, protect, and maintain. And those who didn't lost it. So what exactly did the independent group do differently? Everything started with one crucial pattern, something so basic you might overlook it: the way they moved. And that's where we start. 2. Daily functional fitness. Move like your future depends on it. Because it does. Independence isn't about running marathons or lifting weights. It's about being able to stand up, reach, bend, and balance. The small movements that make daily life possible. Researchers call it functional fitness, training the exact motions your body uses every day. Think of it this way. If you stop practicing getting up from a chair, your legs weaken. You avoid it more, which makes you even weaker. That vicious cycle ends with needing help to stand. Harvard Medical School's data shows that seniors who perform functional movements daily maintain strength and coordination far longer than those who rely on general exercise like walking or light gym work. So what should you actually do? Set aside just 10 minutes a day and repeat these 7 moves. Stand up and sit down from a sturdy chair 10 times, no hands. Reach both arms overhead 10 times, as if grabbing something from a shelf. Bend forward safely, touching your shins or ankles 10 times. Step up onto a low step 10 times per leg. Stand on one foot for 20 seconds, then switch. Rise onto your toes 10 times holding the counter. And practice getting down to the floor and back up at least once. These movements rehearse independence itself. Russell, 79, from Nevada, noticed he was avoiding his recliner because he couldn't stand up easily. Instead of accepting it, he started doing daily chair stands. Within 3 weeks, he could rise effortlessly again. Practice these today, because independence isn't about strength, it's about using what you want to keep. But movement alone doesn't keep you strong. You also have to fuel your independence. 3. Weekly nutrition planning, the secret to staying strong. Here's a harsh truth few people talk about. The number 1 cause of muscle loss after 65 isn't aging. It's undereating protein and relying on convenience food. When that happens, strength fades fast. The CDC calls malnutrition one of the fastest pathways from independence to dependence. And yet, most seniors don't cook proper meals. Not because they don't care, but because cooking daily feels like too much work. That's why the most self-sufficient seniors use weekly meal systems that remove decision fatigue. Here's how to do it. Once a week, say Sunday, dedicate 2 hours to batch prepare food for the entire week. Cook a large batch of protein like chicken, beans, or eggs. Wash and chop vegetables. Cook a pot of soup or stew. Make some whole grains, rice, quinoa, or oats. Then portion everything into containers so you just heat and eat each day. Marilyn, 84, from Kansas, was losing weight and energy because she rarely cooked. Her daughter helped her build this routine. Within a month, Her strength returned, not from supplements, but from consistency. You don't need fancy diets, just reliable, repeatable nutrition. Plan ahead once, eat well every day. And once your body's fueled and strong, the next danger is the one hiding in your own home. 4. Monthly home safety check. Prevent the fall that ends it all. One fall. That's all it takes to lose everything you've worked for. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and many never regain full independence. But here's the key. Most falls are entirely preventable. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging found that almost every fall traces back to a small hazard, a rug, dim lighting, clutter, or a slippery bathroom floor. So here's your independence insurance. Once a month, walk through your entire home and look for danger. Remove throw rugs. Check lighting on stairs and hallways. Install grab bars in the bathroom. Clear clutter from walkways. Add nightlights between bed and bathroom. Make sure every handrail is solid. Eugene, 81, tripped on his bathroom rug at 2 a.m. and barely caught himself. The next day, he removed every rug, added brighter lights, and installed grab bars. That one decision likely added years of independence to his life. The rule is simple. Every month, fix one hazard. Because one serious fall can erase everything. And while your body and home protect your mobility, your mind protects your freedom. 5. Daily cognitive challenge. Keep your brain in command. Your brain is your true safeguard against losing independence. Because the moment you can't manage finances, remember appointments, or make safe decisions, someone else has to take over. But the brain works like muscle. You lose what you don't use. Cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to adapt and stay sharp, is built only through challenge. Doing the same crossword every morning doesn't count. That's autopilot. You need to struggle a little. So here's your daily routine. Learn something new. Take an online class. Use new tech. Study a topic you've never touched. Read books outside your comfort zone. Have conversations that make you think, not just small talk. Switch your routines. Drive a new route. Cook a new meal. Move furniture. Play strategy games that make you plan ahead. Pauline, 77, from Virginia, started forgetting bills. Instead of giving up, she learned to use a tablet and took a short online course. Within weeks, her clarity and confidence improved. The Mayo Clinic calls this mental cross-training. It builds backup networks in your brain that protect function even if age-related changes occur. So, what did you do today that challenged your brain? If you can't answer, it's time to start. Because next, we'll uncover the 10-minute weekly system that prevents nearly all health emergencies. 6. Weekly health monitoring. Catch small problems before they grow. Most health crises don't come out of nowhere. They build quietly. A slow drop in weight, rising blood pressure, shortness of breath. These warning signs often appear weeks or months before disaster. Ignoring them is what sends people from their homes to care facilities. Harvard's data shows that regular self-monitoring reduces emergency hospital visits by up to 60%. Here's your simple weekly routine. It takes under 10 minutes. Every Sunday, weigh yourself. A drop of 5 pounds in a month is a red flag. Check your blood pressure twice monthly. Consistent readings over 130/80 need follow-up. Note your resting heart rate in the morning. Sudden increases matter. Time how long you can balance on one foot. Less than 20 seconds equals fall risk. And most importantly, write down any new symptoms: fatigue, confusion, shortness of breath, swelling, vision changes. If something seems off, call your doctor that week. Don't wait. Roland, 83, noticed his blood pressure creeping upward. He acted fast, got medication adjusted, and avoided what could have been a stroke. 10 minutes weekly. That's all it takes to detect 80% of major health issues before they become emergencies. But even perfect health means little if you lose motivation. And motivation comes from connection. 7. Structured social connection. Stay engaged to stay independent. Loneliness is one of the silent killers of independence. Harvard's 80-year study on adult development found that social connection protects both physical health and brain function better than almost any other factor. People who isolate tend to move less, think less, and care less. And that spiral leads directly to decline. That's why the most independent seniors schedule social life like a doctor's appointment. They don't wait for company, they plan it. Your goal: at least 3 meaningful social activities every week. Join a walking group, volunteer, attend a class, call family at set times, meet a friend for coffee, or participate in community events. Doris, 78, from Iowa, isolated for months after losing her husband. When she forced herself to commit to 3 regular social dates, a library shift, a walking club, and lunch with friends, her energy, appetite, and outlook returned. Connection keeps you accountable. When people expect to see you, you take care of yourself. And once your social life's steady, there's one final area most overlook, but it's often the deciding factor in whether families step in prematurely. 8. Monthly organization. Control your paperwork. Control your life. You could be perfectly healthy, but if your bills go unpaid, your paperwork's a mess, or your doctor's info is scattered, family members will step in and take over for your safety. It's not bad intentions. It's what happens when chaos looks like incapacity. But it's completely preventable. On the 1st of every month, spend 2 hours organizing your affairs. Pay bills or confirm automatic payments. Review bank and credit statements for errors. File important papers in clearly labeled folders. Update a master sheet with your accounts, insurance, doctors, and emergency contacts. Review your calendar and appointments. Update your medication list and keep a copy in your wallet. Arthur, 80, from Tennessee, had stacks of unopened mail that made his kids worry he couldn't manage alone. After he created this simple monthly system, their concerns vanished because organization demonstrates competence. Remember, independence isn't only physical, it's also administrative. Being organized shows everyone, including yourself, that you're fully in control. The independence blueprint. So let's recap the 7 routines that separate those who stay independent from those who don't. Daily functional fitness. Practice real-life movements. Weekly meal planning. Fuel your body right. Monthly home safety checks. Prevent falls before they happen. Daily cognitive challenge. Build a resilient brain. Weekly health monitoring. Catch issues early. Structured social connection. Schedule your motivation. Monthly organization. Prove you're in command. Each routine takes minutes, not hours. Together, they form the blueprint for lifelong autonomy. You don't need perfection, just consistency. Start with 1 or 2 routines today and build from there. Because independence isn't lost in a single moment. It slips away when small habits fade. So, which routine will you start this week? Comment below, commit to it publicly, and share this with someone who deserves to stay in control of their own life. The sooner you begin, the longer your independence lasts. Because in the end, freedom doesn't come from luck, it comes from practice.